check this out. This is one of my latest second-hand shop finds that I just found this morning. So it is like the 4th of November, I think it is, 4th or 5th. And I was browsing through my local CEX store and saw this huge thing on a shelf. Look at the size of it. And I'm going to drop it on the desk, so listen for the thud. You ready? Look at that, it even vibrated the camera. This is from 2006, this set, so it is nearly 20 years old, and it is the James Bond Ultimate Collection. Obviously, we've had a few Bond movies since 2006, so this set does not include any of the Daniel Craig ones. However, this is one of the physically biggest box sets I've ever seen, and it's very, very heavy. I am trying to find, found a ruler. There we go. Let's see how big this box set in fact is. So we're up to 12 inches so far. It is 15, nearly 16 inches wide or long or whatever. And it is, wow, it is nearly 12 inches in height. It's huge. Now it cost me, are you ready for this? £15. £15 for this huge box set. I kind of wish I'd have ordered it online and paid like a couple of quid postage because it weighs a ton. Because what we're getting in this box set is 40 discs. So I'm going to sort of move the camera around because this is quite, physically it's huge. So it is solid cardboard there. On the back, it is pretty much just the silver certified 15s. This is a UK bought set as well, all embossed with the James Bond logo there. It is flat, so there's no raised texture or anything. And some people will go, oh look, there's a mark on it. It's like, you know what, it's nearly 20 years old and it cost me £15, so I'm all good. Now, I own a lot of the James Bond films anyway. In fact, I own them all. But I own them in lots of different editions. And I'm going to show you some different editions that I've got and why I decided, do you know what, sod it, I'm going to buy this one. So I'm not going to show off any of the Daniel Craig ones because it doesn't include the Daniel Craig ones. But I own a bunch of Bond movies with this sort of branding. So the Ultimate Edition, and these are 2-disc sets. These came out in 2006. You could buy them all individually and they all come like that with a booklet. A ton of special features on each movie. So I have a whole bunch of these. These are all the ones that I have that are in the Ultimate Edition. Let me just move the camera there. So that's all the ones that I've got out of this set. I've picked these up secondhand over the years. So as you can see, there's a bit of a mix. Now, the next series of Bond movies that I have were the gold ones. These are from 2008. So I have Goldfinger, Live and Let Die, For Your Eyes Only. Again, these are all packed with features. But are they 2-disc sets? Yes, they are, as it says on the front. So these are all 2-disc sets as well. But then when you put those with these, they kind of look a bit off. So the OCD people out there will be like, no, I can't have any of that. But we're not finished yet. I own Octopussy in this one, the MGM single disc one, which is that. Very, very bare bones. Minimal special features. We do get 2 audio commentaries and there's a trailer. So it's quite not the best edition for that. Now I'm going to put the Octopussy to one side for now because I will come back to that. And then the final Bond movies that I have were from the original ones, I believe. So I remember picking these up, and these were the ones that would make up the picture on the side. If you had the whole collection, it would make up the 007 gun barrel. Now, a lot of these are like Only Live Twice, single edition. Thunderball, single disc. So the majority of these were single disc one. Even World Is Not Enough, single edition. They were feature packed, but not really packed. And so when we put those with this, it looks like a bit of a mess, doesn't it? Obviously, these aren't in order. These are in order of sort of series. It doesn't look like a full I'm proud to own all the Bond movie ones, does it really? So when I saw this Ultimate Edition set, which I will get into in a second, I promise, because that's why you're here, I thought I am definitely picking this up. So it comes in a hard card thing. It makes that lovely noise. So for packaging fetishists out there, it makes that lovely sort of feel when you're removing the case. You know, kind of like an iPad Air. If you let it go, it just calms down like that. It's great. You can feel the air suction on it. So there we get a lovely box, which I will show you off, just so you can have a look at it, with lots of the highlights from the Bond eras. And then on the back is just the silver. Now what we get in here, this is about as fancy as it gets, sort of, with regards to the packaging, because we then have this. There we go. So there's nothing really fancy about the interior packaging. What we are in fact getting is a whole bunch. There's 20 of these in here. So it is everything from Sean Connery, Lazenby, Dalton, Roger Moore, and Pierce Brosnan. So it just doesn't include the Daniel Craig films, which is understandable because they came out after this box set was made. But it's fine. I own those anyway. Now what we get are little sort of tags here. So you pull back on one of those and it's just enough to fish out your first disc. So what we are getting is the whole series of these Ultimate ones. Now I know I've already got a lot of those, but it's fine to just know that I've got all the Bond movies, other than the Craig ones, in a uniformed collection. Kind of makes me very happy. Now what we're going to do you remember I mentioned Octopussy before? We're going to have a bit of a fish around and we're going to try and find Octopussy. Yeah. So it's Live and Let Die in there. Where are we looking for? I'm trying to find... That's the only downside to this box set is there's no way to sort of have them all in order. So you do sort of have to choose which order you have them. If you look here, this is how the tag works. So it's pretty much... It is somewhat flimsy, but it does thread through. So it's not just going to... It's not stuck on with sellotape or anything like that. Now I am trying to find... So if you're looking around for one specific Bond movie in your box set, you may have a little bit of hassle. There we go, there's Octopussy. Just sort of shuffling around, but they are all contained in these individual ones. So in theory, if you just didn't want the box set, you could just chuck the box away, although why would you? So remember Octopussy? The version I had, single disc, contained 2 commentaries and a trailer. Now this 2-disc set, it contains a new commentary by Roger Moore. However, that is also included in this one. There are also the other commentaries that were included on that one. So the one by John Glenn. If you've never listened to a John Glenn commentary, they're really good. So you're getting a whole bunch of extra features on here compared to the other editions. Are there probably Bond box sets out there that contain absolutely everything? Yes, I'm sure there are. But I'm also pretty sure that they will cost a lot more than £15. So I will be able to just replace a lot of the older Bond movies that I have with these wonderful 2-disc editions. I'm very excited about some of these. It's like Moonraker. I love Moonraker. And yeah, it's feature packed as well. So look at that. This box set is in very good condition as well, considering it's 20 years old and cheap. I was very happy with that. So what do you think? Do you like it? It's not bad for £15, is it? Not bad at all. 40 discs, 20 films, 20-year-old box set in a one place. I never have to worry about where's my Bond movie gone, which I did previously. I'm pretty sure I had View to a Kill. I can't find it. Where is it? But I now know exactly where all my Bond movies are going to be. I just need to work out how to put the Daniel Craig ones next to it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm very, very happy with my find. Let me know if you're a Bond fan, who should play the next Bond. Still putting my money towards Dev Patel. I think he would be a cracking James Bond. Take care and bye-bye.